G'day boys and girls of the internet. Today we're going to have a look at the IM90i. It's Paslode framer. This may help you if you're having problems with any Paslode gas nailer. I mean, they're fucking good until they're fucking not, if you know what I mean. This is for the type of person that is able to sort of like service their own tool and stuff like that. This gun is my site manager's actually, and it's been in the shop for, I don't know, a year I think he said, and they weren't able to fix it. But I know what the problem is. It's the spark plug lead is shorting. It happened to my Bradder, exactly the same, and it was shorting. This one actually has a break in it, so I just went down and bought a new part. As you can see, it's just a spark plug lead. I know it'll work because I stripped the old spark plug lead and it's working again. So I've got my trusty little sidekick here. She's going to be doing some filming, and she'll try and get up close. So first of all, we'll crack the top off. Now, obviously, you should be taking the battery out and the gas out and everything like that. But obviously, if in Australia we have free healthcare, so you know they can get nails out and stuff like that. So you get to choose what you're going to do there. I've had this gun apart a couple of times this morning, and it took me a little while to work it out because it was shorting, but it was shorting because there was a break in the solid core spark plug lead. So that's what was shorting. So I was like, I put some heat shrink around it and tried it again, but it just wasn't working, and it's because of the break in the wire. So here we go. We've got all of this apart. They're really easy guns to service, so if you're spending $60 a pop every time that you need to go and service it, it's probably a good idea to. That's the spark plug lead, that's the brake, as you can see, and I pushed that through and was able to get it working. But we'll do it properly now with the right pull. Just be careful when you pull that bit out so you don't damage the fins. That's the inside of your gun. Now just change up here, and this is just a pretty simple clamshell. I don't have the IM90i. It's a little bit different to the framer that I have. I just have the normal Paslode framer, but you know, they're all a bit different, but they're all the same. Hopefully you're getting something out of Tilly's bloody beautiful filming there. Alright, so this just pops off. Clamshell and trigger, just don't lose anything out of there. I did notice that there's a really tricky bit where the gas gets into the chamber here, and it's down there. We don't need to take that out, but if you do accidentally take it out, you just have to make sure that's on. Now, the interesting thing about the Paslode guns is they don't have any solid fixing into the spark. I don't know what it's called, the spark maker. It just sits in there and it can be pulled out. So that's interesting. This part is actually for a different gun. As you can see, put this over there. It's a bit longer there, so I'm not sure if what I want to do here, but I'll just try shoving it down. Not too close there, Tilly. All right, I reckon it might be worth just chopping it chopping it down a little bit. Where are we there? We might edit it a little bit later, Tilly, just to see. Now, this is definitely what you shouldn't be doing, and I'll just get Tilly out of the way of the firing range. But as you can see, I trust that I know what I'm doing, because I'm a white male and I have all the confidence in the world. And I also live in a country that will pull the nail out of me. So as you can see, if I push that in, fan turns on, and I can actually see that the spark plug is working fine there. And so I'm happy with how it's going. I'll just let that turn off. And then I'll just see if it's way too long or not. What's that, Tilly?
6 minutes and 21 seconds. 23,
Yeah.
24, 25.
We can edit it down a little bit so that the viewers don't have to watch it take so long. I'm not sure what I'll do. I think I will chop that down. So I reckon I want to go there. Try not to chop him down too much. Obviously, if you have the right wire stripper, that'll help you out, but
Yep, you need the right wire stripper.
There we go. As you can see, I've got the good end back on it. Chuck that back in there. Now, one thing that wasn't in here was this this little wire harness thing. I'd taken that out before because I'd put so much heat shrink on it, didn't fit in, but I'll try and get that back. Now, it goes something like this. That one goes through there, and then this one comes and sits into that, pushing all the way down, follows that lead around, and that's back down there. Now where'd I put that screw? Back on there.
Don't forget the screw.
Don't forget the screw.
Tighten it on properly.
Yeah. Remember what your job is, Tilly, is to really concentrate on having a nice, good camera for the viewers. Vad säger du? Ja, hon är där inomhus någonstans. This was around the wrong way, as you can see. It actually does work that way because it's the way I had it on before. That explains why the harness was going to look better this way. Alright, so that one goes in. As you can see, it's a little bit fiddly, but I mean, they're well made tools, so even an ape on it like me does, you know, it's a bit forgiving. There we go, that's how that works. Make sure that all the cables are all in all the same way. I'll just grab the camera. Oh, you've got it on the wrong angle there, Tilly, but that's alright. That little pipe that's in there, that's the one that takes the gas to the chamber, so it's the little thing. So that's the spark plug magnet, that's the lead we've just put in. That goes to that assembly, and there's your spark plug. Just there.
Can I go now?
I'll hand you back to Tilly and while we finish this. Alright. So, clamshell first. So that just sits on there like that.
Okay.
Keep that wire in.
Let me see the wire. Okay, it's 1 hour and 40 minutes.
1 hour, that's getting their viewing worth there, aren't they?
45, 46, 47, 48.
Don't worry about that, Tilly.
No, I think it might be 10 hours.
10 hours, you
10
reckon?
minutes.
I reckon you might be right
10
there.
minutes. 10 hours, 11 hours. So,
Try and just hold it steady. Steady, about there. Hold it with 2 hands. Alright, I think that's it. What's going on here?
might have some problems.
You might have some problems. There we go. Oops. Ah, there we go. Alright, so just chucking these. Interestingly, it's a Torx, what is this? It's a Torx T20 bit, which is very European for an American branded thing. Maybe they just expect the Yanks not to be able to work out what this is and therefore take it back to somebody that actually knows what they're doing. But if you're like me and you just want to get it done, then just make sure you got a T20 bit along with, I think it's a 4mm Allen key, which they provide in the box. That's the one they provide. I don't know why. Did I use the other one? I'm not sure. Alright, so now we're getting this back on. Got to go in one way carefully. And then you close up the clam and slide it in like that. Now it does take, then takes this. That one goes this way up. Then you get the screws, which are machine screws with a Allen key bit.
Don't forget to screw it in.
Don't forget to screw it in. Good tips from Tilly there. What, have you got any other good life tips, Tilly?
I'm not sure.
Anything important?
Make sure that it's tight enough.
Ah, yeah. Not too tight though, do you?
No, not too tight.
Sometimes I'd get on this with the impact driver and you know it's probably not the right thing to do. Now on the back here, as you saw when we took it off, there's a filter, but at the stage we're at now we can go and test it, see if it works. So follow me, Tilly, and we'll go and just do a bit of extra work in the fence.
We need to work on the fence.
If you need to put a nail in. There you go.
It might smell a bit.
Hope that helps you out.
But it did smell a bit.
Don't forget to pause it.
I won't. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
For me too.